and gentlemen, can I please have your attention? I've just been handed an urgent
Country music.
news story. And I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen.
Not news, but an op-ed. Music journalism has been bleeding out in plain sight for years. And now, the Music Media Collective is stepping in with a mission. Stop the hemorrhage before the patient flatlines. The past decade has been brutal for independent outlets. Blogs shuttered, staff writers cut loose, local critics priced out or drowned out by corporate noise. Where once you had long-form essays, you had deep dive interviews, and criticism sharp enough to spark debate, you now get press releases masquerading as news and endless 10 songs you need to hear this week, and coverage that mostly serves the marketing departments of labels and PR firms. It's not journalism. It's advertising with a byline. The problem isn't just nostalgic hand-wringing. When those independent voices disappear, the entire ecosystem suffers. Small artists lose platforms to be discovered. Local scenes lose chroniclers who give them legitimacy. Fans lose perspective and context, reduced to endless promo cycles and algorithm-driven playlists. Even the big names lose something. Without critical dialogue, the art flattens into product. Music becomes less culture and more commerce. The Music Media Collective wants to change that. Not by waving a magic wand, but by building infrastructure, pooled funding, shared resources, grants, educational programs, and a sense of community that tells journalists, podcasters, and photographers they're not screaming into the void. The idea is that sustainability can't come from page views or clickbait, because that model has already failed. It has to come from revaluing music media as culture work, worth supporting in the same way we fund arts, public radio, or community spaces. Skeptics will argue that it's too little too late. Maybe the public doesn't want long-form criticism anymore. Maybe TikTok replaced the tastemaker. But here's the thing. When you strip away the noise, people still crave connection, context, and curation. That's why fans still quote Lester Bangs, still cling to the writers who cut through the hype with insight. The Music Media Collective is betting on that hunger. If they're right, this could be the start of a cultural correction, however small. If they're wrong, we risk handing the microphone entirely to publicists and algorithms. Either way, this matters. Because the question isn't whether music journalism can survive as a business, it's whether music can survive without it as an art form.